Hey there, lady. My name is Molly Conley, and I'm devoted to helping women reinvent their love lives, whether that's after divorce, dating on and off the apps, or in their committed relationship. Why? Because I've been there. I'm a former college athlete who filed for divorce 3 years into marriage, swam in the online dating pool into my late 30s, and now I am married to the man of my spreadsheet dreams who I met 4 months before the world shut down. As a dating and relationship coach, I help my clients shift the focus from being obsessed with finding Mr. Right to shifting to herself as Miss Right Now. We build a foundation filled with clarity, connection, and confidence, knowing she is worth waiting for. Each week on the podcast, I'll bring you love life insights and savvy guests, where you will receive the courage to release programmed limiting beliefs. Discover patterns and behaviors restricting you from finding and attracting quality men, and ways to choose yourself first so you can build a foundation for a healthy relationship with yourself and a partner. Hey ladies, thank you so much for joining me. I'm Molly Conley, your host of Reinventing the Arena podcast. As I'm recording this episode, the snow is just about to fall in St. Louis, right before my husband and I head out of town to Omaha for our family's Christmases. Tonight, we're grabbing Chinese food, the tradition I created for myself when I was single, which you can listen about the whole story in my previous episode. But before I ever start going down the road of loving our married Christmas traditions, I need to talk about something I deeply despise. Well, it's actually two things. Dating during the holidays, sometimes known as cuffing season, and snow globing. You might be like, wait, Molly, what is snow globing? Well, I'm glad you asked because I used to think this is what cuffing season was. So let's get this sorted out. Cuffing season is the time of year when people start dating just to have company over the cold winter months. Sometimes it can start in the fall and it can actually last through spring. Now, there's some signs to this. There's two chemicals in our brain, melatonin and serotonin, and those change as the nights become longer and temperatures drop. In fact, I was just reading an article from Cleveland Clinic published in 2021 that states that cuffing season and seasonal affective disorder might be linked. That's interesting, huh? So then there's snow globing, which supposedly became a term in like 2019, right before the pandemic. This is when one person of a situationship or relationship makes you think that the relationship is going somewhere because they're inviting you out to like all their holiday gatherings, such as a work party or meeting their friends, possibly asking you to come over to their family holiday dinner. Once all these fun parties and gatherings are over, they ghost you or they change their behavior back to what it was before the holiday season. During my dating myself season, I decided to try online dating a few times. And the 2 years I dated during the fall and winter months, I got snow globed. Yeah, super fun. Ironically, these relationships, or whatever you want to call them, started in October and ended before the craziness of Christmas. Thank God, because I would have lost my shit. One of those relationships seemed to be going really well. I had met his friends and he asked me to join him for his work holiday party. Now, here's the little trick of that. The company he was working for was also his dad's. So not only would I be meeting his coworkers, I would be meeting his family on the same night. Talk about pressure. I became pretty nervous after that and went back into an anxious attachment style. So later on, I'm going to have an episode all about attachment styles, but let's just know that the anxious attachment style is not good. It's not fun. And like I said, it's a lot of anxiety. You can see because I'm anxious. So I thought during this time frame, because he asked me to this holiday party and that I would be meeting his parents, that I, on my side, would have to speed things up by allowing him to meet my friends and family. So one night, a friend of mine met him, and it was legit a horrible experience. I'm not going to go into details, but she told me he was an asshole due to how he was talking to other people at the bar we met her at. And then it just got even worse from there. Personally, because this is my problem at the time, I thought I could fix it and suck it up after the horrible night. So before I even told my family what had happened, but obviously my friend did, my mom told me that she was going to buy us football tickets to the Nebraska versus Iowa football game for the day after Thanksgiving. Then my family, including my brother and sister in law, were coming into town so he would meet the most important family members at that time. I told my mom no because I started to feel like like the relationship was picking up way too fast for me to even fix it the way that I had previously thought I could. So a few days before Thanksgiving, I mentioned to him that I would like to define where we were and what we wanted. He wasn't receptive to the idea, stating that we were only dating, but never mentioned anything else. And honestly, ladies, I have to stop here. Seriously, we have to do this because this is for our sanity. Like, you have to do this. You need to define what dating is for you and make that clear to the person you're interested in. If dating for you is going out on dates, numerous dates, maybe with other people, then state it. If being in a relationship includes meeting family and friends in a committed relationship, state it. That is what a relationship means to me. It's part of the benefits of being in a relationship, that you are committed to one another and you want to share this relationship, this person, with other people that matter in your life. So I was highly confused why he thought we were just dating when I had already met his friends and I was possibly going to be meeting his family at the company holiday party. Needless to say, it ended with him ghosting me for days right at Thanksgiving. And I originally was going to say this, but this never stopped. He continued to contact me during cuffing season for the next 2 years. Complete and utter bullshit. The next relationship started the next year, was in September, and it ended right before Thanksgiving. I really liked this guy, and I had even brought him to a wedding as a date. We seemed to be really hitting it off, and he asked me he asked me if I wanted to do something that was a little outside of my comfort zone. And I was like, "What is that?" And he's like, "Would you want to travel with me to Europe for a full week during Thanksgiving?" He said he would even pay for it. What? I was, like, in shock. I really seriously was not prepared for this level of commitment so soon. But what I came to find out that he was going on this trip with his best friend and his wife and just wanted a companion on the trip. So when it came time for me to ask what we were, obviously I explained to him the differences between dating and relationship. And he said, "We are dating and we're not relationship, but we should leave it open just to see what happens." Yeah, whatever. So honestly, this was a stupid idea on my part. So I decided to keep that door open. But right before he left for Europe, he decided out of the blue that our dating wasn't working and he just wanted to stop talking to me. I was like, okay, that's interesting. So ironically, we were still friends on social media. And I saw that he was on another girl on this trip. And it ended up being his best friend's wife, best friend. And at first, I didn't think anything of it, but then I was so dumbfounded and I really couldn't believe what had just happened. From then on out, I decided I couldn't and wouldn't date during the fall and winter months until I had a better relationship with myself, knew exactly what I wanted, and I could set boundaries to hold myself accountable. So, what can you do in order to avoid the shitty dating experiences I went through? Here's my 3 tips. Number 1, be mindful. Ask yourself, are you really wanting to be in a relationship with this person right now, or are you experiencing symptoms of depression or seasonal affective disorder? Number 2, be reflective. Ask yourself what you truly want in a relationship. Does the person that you're currently interested in have those qualities or characteristics? Do they have the same values and the morals? Are they communicating in a way that makes you feel respected and appreciated? Number 3, Be decisive. If you know you are looking for a long term relationship, tell them. If they don't reply and start changing the subject, you know you are talking to or dating someone who is an avoidant attachment style. Like I said, I'm going to talk about attachment styles later. And this person isn't ready to be dating you and isn't ready for what you're desiring. And honestly, that's so okay. It's saving you time, it's saving you so much effort. This is how those two snow globe situations came to end because I stated what I was looking for and they changed their previous answers. Also, I'm going to say this because it's so true. I wasn't ready for a long term relationship as I wasn't fully aware of how little I was truly loving myself and investing in myself. So, thankfully, both of them called it off, like I mentioned, after I had told them what I was really looking for. So, have you ever been snow globed? Please let me know. DM me on Instagram at Reinventing the Arena. I'm curious to hear how you got yourself out of this complete snowy, shitty mess. And if you're looking for a way to date with intention, download my free 5-step process to start where you are. The link is in the show notes. All right, ladies, have a wonderful rest of your day, and I hope you join me next time. Talk soon.